time to go and get my ship back. Okay, so I've been putting off playing Elite for quite a while, and it's a game that I really love to get into, especially since I used to play Frontier Elite 2, and what I want to do for the first one is sort of like get used to working with the camera tools in the game, the camera suite I believe it's called, and also flying the game, getting used to flying the ship again, because it's been a while since I've done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where I left my Cobra Mark III and have a little play around. But first, let's go and land on a planet, because I feel like it. Did I mention I was going to mess around with the camera tools? Yeah, so look for some funny shots. On my trip towards the planet, this guy was following me. I'm not sure if he was an NPC, to tell you the truth, where it was, but I think he might have been Commander. Anyway, I decided right here, let's slow down. In fact, I went to the reverse. Let him overtake, and he's got a purple ship. In fact, do NPCs have purple ships? Let me know. Anyway, let's go ahead, dock with the station on the ground, a base, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let's talk a bit more about Elite. People have been saying that this is a very shallow game, and to tell the truth, I haven't experienced this game enough to know whether it's true or not, but I plan to. Now, I'm not sure if the problem is that people aren't using their imaginations enough in this game, or it might be that they expect a lot more from the game. However, there are things that they are generally sad about or complaining about, and yes, I didn't realise that this was a 2G world, so taking off was a bit of a pain. So now I've got my footage of landing on the planet. Let's go ahead, take off, get into orbit, or I go on my way to trip towards the, where was it? Everett system, I think my ship was at, and we were in Loti. But anyway, the problem I think with the game, some of the things are limited, like mining. You mine ores, you bring it back, you process them, sell them, you go back to more. Exploration is another thing. You go explore, you scan a planet, and then you've explored. Now there are some nice views there, but I think they need to add a bit more to it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But let's go ahead, stick to this trip towards my ship, which is the Everett sister, and you can enjoy this music. And this is one of the things really enjoyable. Some of the views are spectacular. Now I have to say the colour scheme of some of the planets seems quite barren, but perhaps that's true to life. However, I really enjoyed this journey. This was the halfway point, and by gosh, it takes ages in this game. Normally I have about 2 hours time to record video when I get home from work, and even though I probably could have done this journey in 2 hours, don't forget I was playing with camera angles and messing around and having some fun. In fact, I really enjoyed this journey, not just the flying, the learning. What camera angle should I do? Anyway, let's go get my ship because it's faster. Okay, awesome. I've got my ship back. It's much faster. It can jump further. It's much more combat ready as well. Not completely combat ready. I was planning on going and sort of exploring with this thing. I'm not sure if the Cobra Mark III is good for exploring, but I thought it was a good all-rounded start and try my hand at. So, I got a little story. You can see we're back at the Weber Gateway. A bit of an embarrassing story. I thought my ship was... Other than this bit, yes, I exploded. I crashed into the station, oh my god. But the story is that I thought the spacecraft was at another location. Now, I've got 3 ships, and I forgot I had the 3rd ship, a Viper, which I kitted out for combat experience, I suppose you could call it. And I thought that was the Cobra Mark III because it was there on my galaxy map, so that's where I headed out to. However, I found out that the marker of my ship, which I thought was the current ship marker, was staying where it was. So I ignored that, thinking that must be where it was last or something. Can't remember. But then I realised that is where my Cobra Mark III. So I went back. Over halfway through my journey, I realised that, and I had to turn around and come back here. But my god, it was fun doing it though. I'll just have to remember not to do that again. So I've decided by here, that since we got an SRV, is it SRV? Yeah, we'll go and have a go at that and fly through some of these canyons, because you have to admit, it looks bloody awesome. One of the things I really enjoy about Elite is that you can drive around, you can get out of your ship, you can go on the planet's surface and move around. I really wish they had done a sort of first-person shooter, or at least walk around your ship and stuff. But yes, this has to be one of the coolest things you can do in the game. I guess that guy's mine now. One thing I have to say about Elite, I do think that they need to add a bit more depth to things. For example, exploring. Now, this moon, I suppose, is cool because it's one of the ice moons. You've got sort of like large canyons, mountains off in the distance. But that's it. That's the limit of the range, and they have to add a bit more to it. And I think they have been trying to. For example, wait until I get into the ship, if I can work it out. Yes, I could work out how do I get in there. For some reason, the ship is not high enough for a start. And you can see by here, like the pod I picked up, a crashed ship. But that's all. You can go around scavenging things, and that you're not exploring, you're not finding something that's unusual. Perhaps a geyser. They have got geysers, so I have to admit that one thing you've got. Or structures, or perhaps you see life. Hopefully you can land in atmospheres in the future, which I hope they're going to bring out someday soon. I think what I'm trying to say here, they have to add a bit more value, so say you want to go exploring. That's all, I think. I think that's what most people are complaining about. I could be wrong. Anyway, let's get away from these guys because I think they might be a bit annoyed that I'm here. Yeah, let's go. Now that is a little ship. I didn't realise you can buy smaller ships. Anyway, that is the end of this sort of like first episode, I suppose. I want to do more. I think in the next one, I'll probably go and see if I can find a Thargoid with a really small ship. Look forward to that.